good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? Sarah and I, Sarah's going to be operating the camera for a good point in time today. As we promised you that we're heading to the Calgary Farmers Market today. We're going to be running into my nephew, Matthew, and his family. And we're going to be spending some time with some local businesses inside the Calgary West Farmers Market and doing some exploring as we go. We just passed Crossfield a little while ago, so it won't be too much longer until we're in Calgary, and we're sitting back, of course, listening to Outlaw Video and Radio, which is our station. And so this is the first trip in a number that we're going to be doing all summer long as we crisscross across the country, looking at different markets and small businesses, basically promoting Canadian, buy Canadian, shop local, and hopefully we'll get some traction out of this. Just remember that, I mean, this all comes out of my pocket, so it's nice when you get the odd donation here and there, and of course subscriptions to both YouTube or anything else that we're doing. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe on YouTube. Please join us on TikTok, of course. And we'll just take a quick look, and Sarah will pan the camera around a little bit so we can show where we're doing, because the mountains are in view now. So I'll let Sarah work the camera and I'll work the driving. It's already the biggest zoom it's got, and I can actually just zoom in a little deeper once I put it into the editor.
Yeah, because you can't really see the mountains too well on the camera itself, which is a shame because it's quite pretty.
I think we could probably zoom it in a lot more when we're actually doing the editing.
Anyway, probably should stop filming now because don't want to use too much up.
As you can see, Sarah's got the control of the camera, and yes, we're in Calgary, just about at the farmers market. Got a wonderful view of the mountains that surround Calgary. It's one of this city's natural beauties, is that the Rocky Mountains are right there, and we're still cruising down on the 201, which is
I wish we were going skiing instead of to the farmers market. There's always snow at Sunshine.
Yeah, well, Sunshine is a ski resort by Banff, unless usually it's the first one open and the last one to close.
Lake Louise is by Banff.
Well, Sunshine's close to Banff too. So.
But Sunshine's closer to Calgary than it.
Well, it's in Kananaskis country. Okay, let's be.
Let's be very clear here, Dad.
Okay, we'll be very clear. Anyway, but no, Sunshine is usually the first open and the last to close in the season. But yeah, no, looks like there's some good skiing today.
Yeah, probably. They're all still snow-capped. I don't know if you can see that, but they're all still covered in snow. It's all pretty nice. However, this is also a time of year you have to be really cautious when you're skiing in the mountains, because as it gets warmer, you also get into avalanche season.
Into avalanche season as well, yeah.
And so you have to be very cautious when you're skiing in the mountains, but it's great fun. And there's tons of mountain skiing. There's also tons of non-mountain skiing. I mean,
there's the Olympic Park right over there.
There's the Olympic Park from when the Calgary hosted the Olympics, or part of it anyway. There's a ski slope right over there.
The ski jump and the
ski
bobsled
jump,
track.
Bobsled track are over there. But no, basically though, you can definitely still ski during this time though. It is relatively safe. Everywhere they, like ski resorts, especially in the mountains, they keep track of where avalanche zones are. And that's why there's roping or areas marked as you can't go there because of avalanche safety. Because if the snow starts coming down behind you, trust me, it doesn't take long.
Yeah, you're not gonna make.
You're not gonna outrun an avalanche. But no, it's pretty fun. There we go. Don't wanna. Let's go back over there. See it.
Yeah, it's a good shot of the Olympic Park from here.
Yeah, or part of the Olympic Park. That's not the whole Olympic Park.
Well, no, I mean there's several different other venues, but
There's several different other venues, but that's still
the bobsled track, the ski jump, and the slaloms were done over there.
Yeah, and
the downhill was done over at Mount Allen.
Of course, you can still ski, snowboard there. But yeah, some of it was done over in the mountains, which again are now over to that side of us. As we get closer and closer to Calgary, though, you'll be able to see mountains from every angle. Now there's Olympic Park, which we're actually going by Olympic Drive right now. You have to keep right, Dad, I think. Keep right.
Am I going?
Keep right, Dad. Keep right. Beaufort Road and Olympic Road.
Keep right. Then keep right onto Beaufort Road Northwest.
Yeah, and then you want Beaufort Road Northwest because we're not going further down Olympic Drive. But as you can see, yeah, there's some of the slopes.
Use the left
and stuff.
2 lanes to keep right onto Beaufort Road Northwest.
Right there. That was used in the Olympics.
Okay, we have made it. We're at the Calgary Farmers Market, as promised. There again, over there is the Calgary Olympic Park. Maddie texted where you wanted to meet us.
No, yes, yeah.
My daughter, this is my daughter Sarah. She's the bookworm and the journalist.
Oh, yeah.
A journalist as well.
Yes, I work for Press Media. I work for Sylvan Lake News specifically and the Home Express.
Okay.
But I do cover sometimes Red Deer as well. Like I have some pieces that go to the Red Deer Advocate and some other areas, depending on where needed, because we're all owned by the same pairing company.
Okay. And do you specialize in a certain area of journalism?
No, I don't have a particular beat I specialize in just because we don't have a whole lot of staff.
Right.
So.
Have you read this book? Because I'm just reading it now.
Oh, I haven't read that one.
Okay, this is, she's a journalist for the Globe and Mail, or she was, and she finished retired about 2 years ago anyway. She put this book together, and it's about, basically, it's about equality. Non-fiction, but it's Canadian. So it's really, I would highly recommend it. It's like one of my favorite reads I've ever had, so I'm just finishing it. So yeah, if you want to take a picture of it. So anyway, but I should be selling my books, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Good read.
Yeah, I just left her a review last night because to me it was life changing. I don't know, I'm a lot older, so but some of the things she talks about in it, as you can see from all my marked pages, it's amazing. So it's probably the best nonfiction book I think I've ever read.
Okay, what is
Okay,
the...
this is a YA novel,
Okay.
grades 5 to 8. I have a few schools here in Calgary that are reading it in their classrooms, and I'm quite big in Nova Scotia and also BC. It's a strong female protagonist, which I find as a teacher, a high school English teacher who's just retired. We don't get a lot of YA novels with really strong female roles, so that was important to me. So, yeah, feel free to read the back of the book if you want. Or this is book 1, book 2, book 3 should be coming out in 3 months, and then book 4 probably be the end of the series, and that should be in November.
So what I'm doing is that my wife and I decided that seeing as retirement is coming upon us, and what's going on today is that we've been making videos promoting Shop Local, Shop Canadian, Shop all these sorts of things. So that's what I'm doing here today. We're kind of looking around for my nephew and his wife and their 2 little ones who are supposed to be meeting us, but I want to spend time talking with all the retailers and merchants and what have you.
Yeah.
And
well, I had a trip planned to the States in February and I canceled it. I lost some money on it, but I'm not going.
Most of the people that I have talked to, I know we have friends in Edmonton that usually go to Maui every spring break. No, they're not going to chance it. So
as much as I can, I shop local. But it's not easy with certain products.
Well, I was really pleased to see the rally in Toronto at downtown at Nathan Phillips Square, and just how many people were there. And Shamra Chunder was good, right? I tore up my green card. I'm going home, right?
As a journalist, I think one thing I would love to put in a journalist here is being a YA writer. It's very difficult to get, like on Goodreads or things, because you don't have young kids who have Goodread accounts that will go on and leave you. Yet nobody will pick you up and give you a chance unless you have all those Amazon likes. So that's really difficult as an author, because unless you're J.K. Rowling, who gets 5 stars and nobody's even read it yet, if she comes out with a new book, if you're a relatively unknown author, your books don't get looked at because you don't have as many stars or likes on Amazon or other
Well,
places,
the first Canadian author I introduced her to was Gail Bowen. Because Gail was my university professor when I was going to university, but she's written several books right across country. So
sometimes though, when you write for adults, it's easier to get them to go online and leave reviews, but for youth, it's hard.
And independently published authors, it's a whole other ballgame too. When you indie publish, over getting like a traditional publisher to like back your work, because when you have a trad publisher, they also do a whole bunch of advertising and
which costs you though as an author.
The author too.
Absolutely.
But it's definitely tough.
Anyway, thank you very much for stopping at my
no,
enjoy your time in the market.
You too. Take care now.
The book sounds really interesting.
Yeah, it does.
I read the synopsis of it. It sounds really good.
Should we pick up a bottle of wine to take home? Okay. Well, we'll keep walking around. He is supposed to be here, so. Hi. Oh, those look nice.
That looks delicious.
It does.
Maybe we should bring a pie home.
Do you want to take your pick?
My pick would be like key lime or maybe the chocolate. This looks like a lemon brie.
That is my last lemon.
I love pie. I'm a big pie person. Oh, is that mango?
We came down from
Cheesecake.
We came down from Castor today. Sarah's actually the reporter with the Sylvan Lake News, but we've been focusing on small Canadian business and like that, and I've been cutting video promoting that. And my wife and I, in our retirement year, are going to crisscross the country promoting markets and businesses and what have you. I'll let her make up her mind first. I can't eat it. I'm a diabetic. Well, I could probably have
Well,
pizza.
Mom can eat it.
Yeah, Mom can eat it. Yeah.
Maybe lemon meringue, probably. Mom's favorite.
You want a camera operate? I gotta pull up my card for this.
Sounds fine. And somewhere in the market we'll run into Matthew.
Yeah, my nephew is here somewhere.
Somewhere being the opportune.
You guys would like this one. Many people say it's the best lemon meringue in the city. Is he being bossy? Oh, there we go.
There we go.
It's old.
You guys enjoy.
It's worn out. Okay, thank you. Take care. Oh, Mom's gonna be mad that she didn't find somebody to get paid to take care of the animals. Hi. These are nice.
All the time when I'm ready.
The gemstones, yeah. Yep.
Dad, don't play with pendulums.
What's that?
Do you know what a pendulum is?
Well, this thing goes round and round. What is a pendulum?
It's like a Wicca thing.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So basically, you can use a pendulum. it supposedly resonates with your energy, and you can use the pendulum to answer questions. You could also use it to talk to spirits, supposedly.
Well, I'm glad I have you here with me. All right, can you hold on to your pie? We gotta get a bigger bag. Will you find something you like?
We have some homemade soaps and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which are nice candles.
So what do you think of the Calgary West Farmers Market so far, Sarah?
I mean, I think we bought quite a bit of stuff. We got stuff from the local author that was here today, and we got pie. I'm most excited about that. And we got some nice mead drinks, which if you're a fan of honey or just alcohol, yeah, I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. I want to preface that. I'm not an alcoholic. I like mead beverages, though.
Well, they
They're
also did
very
have
good.
they also did have carbonated beverages there, which
Yes,
was
they
good.
also had non-alcoholic beverages, which, you know, if you're not a fan of alcohol, there are some non-alcoholic options that have honey as a base for the drink.
I think we definitely do have to go for the tour of their of the honey farm, though. I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah, like I said, maybe my parents will go there for the anniversary. Who knows? It's a big one coming up.
Yeah. Hey, there they are.
How's it going? Seeing ya. How's it going, man?
Good to see you guys. Hi.
Thanks.
How you
Uncle
doing?
Bruce.
Hi.
That's my cousin Sarah.
Yes, you're on camera because your Aunt Darlene will eventually see your grandma will eventually see that, I should say.
Well, Emily must have been 3 or 5 last time she seen you
Last
guys.
time she saw us, yeah, she was very, very young.
Because we came for like the background and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the last time.
I'll bring
You
guys all
gonna
the way
say
down
hi to your
Calgary.
grandma?
Dad wanted to go.
Good idea, yeah.
Yeah, well, not this one specifically, one of them, but he decided to take out this one because this is
Yeah.
so, like, mom said we couldn't come because, like, dogs, of course, can't be in the farmer's market. And we have-
Move in a bit, Sarah, so we can see you in the camera as well.
Okay, sorry, Dad. Sorry. We vlogged quite a bit of stuff already.
Is that right?
Yeah, we got a pie to take home, and there's an author here actually that specializes in middle grade books
Cool.
for grades like 5 through 8.
Where's that? Inside this
She's
building?
right
or?
over there.
Oh, yeah.
Her books sound pretty good, actually. They follow like this 14-year-old girl and this like
Check it out.
dystopian thing.
Yeah.
Canadian author, and we bought mead.
Where's the meat shop?
It's down over there.
She had samplers.
Yeah, I was in this honey shop over here, but they didn't have any mead.
Yeah.
I got some antiseptic throat spray. Because my mom's always sick and I want to enjoy Europe. You guys aren't kind of come to Europe anymore?
I don't think so. No, it just wasn't really like.
I think with Oma being not well.
Well, mom decided she wanted to go to Ontario instead, and you can only do one trip. So like, mom said, I want to book off time for when like mom's doing her surgery, and then go to Ontario and be there for mom.
Yeah.
Because the original plan was that Nathan, her, and Mom were going to take off to Europe,
We
but
were going to go to Europe and take holidays then, but then, yeah, Oma told mom she wasn't feeling well, and then mom found out about her, and then found out she's going to have surgery on her heart, and mom's just like, well, now I don't want to go to Europe. I want to go there. Because
Definitely.
also, like, with my work and with Nathan's work, we can only take off a certain amount of holidays, too.
Okay.
And go in like June actually, and because Oma might be getting her surgery done, like she's seeing the doctor in April, the specialist. So Mom's thinking maybe her surgery then will be booked for May or June, and that way we can plan to go in May or June to go out.
And do you know how long the procedure's supposed to stay? Because she got to stay in the hospital, or?
I think she's in and out the same day, but the angio.
I don't think so.
Well, the angio did not go well.
It's
She
like-
can not move her left arm or manipulate a spoon or anything like that.
Yeah.
So she may have had a small stroke while they were trying to get this down.
Like, I'm not sure. Like, Mom just said, like, you know, she wants to find out more, and so she's been in contact with Mom to make sure, like, you know, like what's going on. And Mom
Yeah,
definitely
she won't tell you unless you ask.
Here,
literally-
you can film.
So my mom just like, she's like, you know what, we're going there, and Mom said she'll book off extra time to spend with Mama. So
Do you wanna hold
be
it?
there longer
As
than
if you wanna
Nathan
hold
and I
it.
will be there.
Be careful, don't drop it.
But yeah, I'm just like, of course I'll book holiday in June. Like that might be easier than when I originally wanted it, because August and September, that's kind of more busy. So season in.
Tap the screen
Well,
and
I
it'll
live
come
in
back
Sylvan
up.
Lake now.
Pardon me?
I live in Sylvan Lake.
And then you
Yeah.
can turn around and take a
Your
picture
mom
of
told me.
yourself.
Yeah.
Like it up there?
You turn the camera around where the
Literally,
lens
I
is.
know
just
you
go.
go up to Rocky Mountain House a bit.
Wing,
or
there you
stuff,
are.
And just like if Matthew posts about going to Rocky Mountain House, and he doesn't at least stop by to Sylvan, but you have to drive right past the traffic circle.
There you go. We now have a new
I'll stop
cameraman.
next time. Make a point of it.
Okay.
You like it up there though?
Yeah, no, it's super nice, and the lake is really great.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you can get into it,
Get into it.
when you can get into it, because there's tourists like all the time
Is there?
in the summer, and we actually have a WCBL team in Sylvan Lake,
Okay.
which they're a really good baseball team. We have the Sylvan Lake Gulls,
Yeah.
and they almost won the WCBL last year.
Right.
They were actually the top team going into the playoffs, which was really disappointing for us.
Are you playing on the team or are you just covering
Not
it?
bad.
I cover,
Not bad.
so I cover like all sorts of news in Sylvan Lake because I'm like a Sylvan Lake reporter, and I'm going to be covering Macomb as well.
Oh, nice.
So because we're having a reorganization of staff because somebody's leaving,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I have to cover 2 areas now instead of 1.
Is that too much work or you enjoy it?
I enjoy it.
Keeps you busy.
Because it keeps me busy, yeah. And every day's different at being a journalist, I feel like. Because, like, some days you're covering sports, and the next day you're covering council, and the next day you're covering what's going on in the schools, and the next day you're covering
Right.
something completely different. However, some days can be, like, really exhausting with the amount of work, too, especially if you're,
Going
like,
around different spots.
going around to different spots, and if you're the only one, because sometimes I can get help from people in Red Deer or the person from Renby,
Yeah.
or if need be and really desperate, the person that covers Statler. But like for the most part, it's just me. So like on one day I had 4 different events. I covered Holland today. So first thing in the morning I was one place, then I was the next place. I actually had Dad come up and help me.
Wow.
I do the odd photo shoot for her
Right.
when she doesn't
Because,
have,
like, you know.
when she gets to the time when she's
Yeah.
doing 2 or 3 different things at once. She picks up the phone like she did. I'm going down to do one for her in the next little while because she's going to cover a lot of written stories. So she says, "Dad, I need you to come and do the photography
Like,
and
you
the
know,
video
I
for
had
her."
4
Right?
things at
Oh,
one
that's
day,
awesome.
and it was supposed to be like the flags of remembrance was one thing
She hasn't paid me for it yet.
Yeah.
Pro bono, I
but
thought.
she's she has at least started giving me photo credit. So
Yes, like photos courtesy of Bruce Baker instead of just like saying that they're.
Because I told her, I says, I don't mind going down and doing it.
Yeah.
You wrote the story. You can take all credit of that. I took the pictures. And that's fair, isn't it? Isn't that fair? You better. I'm talking to my cameraman here. He just sitting there holding the camera, smiling like a possum eating sweet potatoes.
It's a pretty fun camera. That's my dad's newest one. It's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Maybe you can answer a question. When we went to the Philippines, we had a GoPro, and we took it scuba diving and snorkeling and all that jazz. But when we take the file and put it on our phone, it's like super choppy and like laggy.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
all-
your favorite frame.
I give Eric and Nathan my GoPro 12.
They're doing
Right now, this is a DJI,
Yeah.
which is the same This is the Osmo 5, which is basically the competition for the GoPro camera. It's same,
Okay.
It's all the same things. This has got a 5K screen, takes beautiful pictures and stuff like that. But I found it just so much simpler to use than GoPro. Sorry, GoPro, I know this is going to go online. You're not going to be happy with me. Send me another free camera. But I mean, it's like, I mean, I have, if you look at stuff I got in the truck, I have a DJI Neo drone, right? Which simply you can launch it off the palm of your hand.
Where can you fly it?
Well, I fly it just about anywhere, but I mean, usually when I'm working in an area, you'll see these red lines. In terms of if you're in red circles, you cannot throw the drone up.
Right.
But the drone will simply follow you, right? You just press follow me, and it will follow me anywhere I go if I'm walking down a trail. As long as I have my cell phone, and I got cell phone service, still will follow
Sherry
me anywhere I
Miranda's
wanna go.
girls are also getting quite big now.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's them last time.
Jeez.
Like the fact that Penny's in grade 2 now and Percy's
Time-
going to be
time flies.
in kindergarten.
Oh, I
I'm just
know.
like, no.
Look at me. I'm old.
No.
I'm gray.
Like she's going to be in grade 3 in September, and then Percy's going to be in kindergarten. She's in junior K. Percy's in junior K, and Penny's in grade 2 right now. And I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're babies.
That's crazy. The time flies.
It's crazy. It definitely is. Time goes by too fast.
Yeah.
So, cameraman, what do you think? Just touch the screen, and it'll go back to the picture. It just likes to take rests every once in a while. If you tap the screen, yeah, you got her.
Hi, Aunt Karen.
Yeah, Mom was a little upset that she couldn't come today, but
How's she doing?
she's doing good. She's busy with work. Like she works at as the rec director for
Yeah.
the hospital in Castor there. So she works Monday to Friday and has weekends off now.
Does Castor have its own hospital?
Yes,
yeah.
it does.
It used to be a
I
full surgery. 20 years ago, it used to do surgeries. It used to do the whole 9
I
yards,
still
right?
have my family doctor there because my
touched them.
doctor.
Yeah, touch them both.
Like, yeah, it's hard to get one in there.
Yeah, you got it. It's going. It's recording.
To see my doctor.
Maybe, yeah, so I got this one is a DJI, and then I have a DJI pocket camera.
Yeah.
And that one will sit there, and the lens will turn on its own and follow whichever target you want to sort of get at.
And you like it, the DJI? You like them?
Yeah, actually, both of them are really good. I mean, this little combo here, I think, was about $700 some dollars. It takes way better pictures than even the Canon. Much as I hate to admit it, right? I mean, I've got the Canon M50. She's got the Lumix camera.
Okay.
And I mean, we got her for graduation. Beautiful camera, but it's luggy, and this thing does all the same things. It's
Super light.
really good. It's super light, but it records very good audio. I do have a side microphone, right,
Yeah,
that I
it's
can
nice.
clip on, and
It's nice because it's small and it's packed and easy to take around. So it
I just need to figure out how to get the pictures off of my GoPro so that they're not choppy, so you can enjoy the video.
I use a film editor called DaVinci Resolve. It was one of the film editors that I do use, and it actually can clear things up pretty good. You got a bunch of filters that you can use, and it's a free one,
Cool.
so it doesn't cost you anything to use it. You can add
I like
effects
that.
or whatever, right?
Oh, awesome.
But
if you guys come to Sylvan Lake, I'll definitely try to take the day off, especially if it's a weekday, Monday to Friday.
Well, yeah, I'll message you because I do go hunting sometimes over in Rocky.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll make a pit stop there.
she said if he goes to Rocky Mountain House again and he doesn't stop and see me, I'm going to shoot him myself.
It's just like you have to drive right past. Like,
Yeah.
I could definitely show you some.
What do you
things
guys want to do? You want to shoot some more? You want to help me shoot some more video?
All right, you guys want to do some walking around, or you want to drop that off in your car?
Well, she's going to drop this off in the car. See if there's a shopping bag,
Someone might give you a hint to remove.
you know. And
You guys can come with me or stick here with Uncle Bruce.
we can stick here with Uncle Bruce because he's got to shoot camera with me. You fine with that? You fine with that? All right, because the car's just down over there. So why don't we go take a walk? Oh, you're my cameraman. You're on your way if you want your sister to take video. Yeah. You just gotta keep watching that screen so you don't want to press on the floor. You want to see where we're going. Okay, cameraman. Stop here a bit. So, gotta walk up to the camera when we're talking to him. This is my cameraman here today.
Hey, good cameraman. Good to meet you.
So he's going to record. Actually, what I'm doing is my wife and I are now retiring. So with all the stuff that was happening internationally and politically, my wife and I decided that we were going to travel across the country and talk with independent small businesses, go to farmers markets and stuff like that.
Yes.
My daughter, who's the reporter for Civil Lake News, just went outside with a bunch of other stuff.
Okay, cool.
Because we didn't bring a bag with us, and she had this beautiful, huge pie that she wanted to do it. Can you tell us something about your meat shop?
Yeah.
I mean, I went to Old College. That's where I put it.
Sweet. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we're Luke's European Meats, Cheese, and Eats. So we started as a small family-based company. This is our 10-year anniversary this year, actually in 2 weeks. And we started with a few salamis that the owner's grandfather used to make in Italy. So he taught Luke, his grandson, how to make some of these meats. And 10 years ago, Lucas started making some of them out here. We started in the South Market with an 8-foot booth, just selling salamis. We slowly added pepperoni, sausage. We added some deli meats you can see down there after. And then about 7 years ago, we had the opportunity to add a cheese shop to our business. So we added cheese, and we retail many different cheeses from different producers in Alberta, different producers in other provinces like BC, Ontario, the East Coast, and Maritimes, and then some European imports as well.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think it's important, like, I mean, that we enforce, and especially now that we enforce people, you know, Canada has such a wide breadth of local food that you can choose from.
tons of
You know.
local options, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Focus on him. Don't worry about the ugly guy that's usually doing the interview. But yeah, so no, I mean, so this is the whole idea. I'm going to be in Toronto for about the next few weeks, doing a bunch of stuff in the greater metropolitan Toronto area. And after that, then we'll do the hidden farmers markets again. But my first trip, I live in Castor, Alberta.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And
So you've seen some of the local impacts on the.
oh, sure, you know, and it's going to hurt. I mean, the cattle, the way the cattle industry is designed, I have to explain a lot of times to people in the city that the whole agrarian idea of agriculture is totally foreign. I mean, the hog barns, yeah, no. That's all contract going. The pigs that are in those barns aren't even owned by the farmer who's on it. You know, people are all growers, and so you have this very industrialized scale, which has this huge inherent waste built into it. I know. Well, I mean, I sat there, and I won't mention his name. I don't want to get sued, but I mean, this farmer grows a large-scale pig operation. And I was watching him one day because I was working in the garden.
Just sneak you guys out.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one place I thought I'd go myself. Not right
There.
now.
They did a great job.
Maybe a travel group. Like there's so many Europeans.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. That's cool. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'll talk to this guy. Yeah, no, so, and I try to explain to them that this is not the case.
Yeah.
And what you should be doing is looking around for much smaller local-based farmers that are growing product that, you know, is actually far better for you. I mean, everyone's sitting there going, what do you think is causing all the bird flu in the States? And I'm going, you have a barn that's got 500,000 chickens in it, and you want to ask me this question?
They don't stand a chance.
They don't stand a chance. And I said, but I said, it's the same with hogs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hogs, you're 5,000 hogs in one building. You're only asking for trouble. And I says, and if you wondered why there's this huge antibiotic resistance in the human population, look how the animal's raised.
Yeah.
I said, there's also that little thing saying, well, this pig is antibiotic free. Well, it's been in the finishing barn for just that amount of time that they can say it. But I said, those pigs are fed antibiotic from the point in time that they go to the nursery and into the feeder. When they're in the finishing barn, no, they don't get anything.
The whole supply chain from start to
Yeah. I mean, so it's turned out to this massive, but like I say, there's this huge inherited waste. And I was relating the story about the pig barns, and he was busy bopping these pigs on the head, right? Just taking the incinerator and going. And of course, all the small abattoirs couldn't get hogs because of the way the system has changed.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what the hell are you doing, right? And he said,
Sorry.
Bruce, if I ship it, I'll lose money. It's either overweight, underweight. It's not worth my while to ship because I don't even own it, so I'm making money on the volume and product that I sell. It'll cost me more than what I'm going to bring in.
Right.
And I thought about it for a while, and I said, look, don't do this. Don't waste them. I'll find homes for them, right?
Yeah, there,
You know,
nice.
and I says, I'll give you $100 a pig. Well, the pigs aren't mine. I said, okay, here's what you do. I said, you cut the ear tags off, you ship the ear tags back. Who's going to know, right?
There you go.
So I said, I won't benefit anything from it. Just people, if they want a hog, go to it, and they can make the arrangements themselves. But I says, I can't stand the fact that you're throwing all these animals out.
What a brutal waste. What a brutal waste.
Yeah. And it's the same thing with anything like fruit growing or whatever. If it's imperfect, well, you know, I mean, we had and when we had raised 3 pigs ourselves that were their originalings, and we went to the farm, we said, well, I need a few pigs because we were making sausage. So we got these things. Of course, one of the pig farmers came down and says, Bruce, says, these guys ain't going to make it, right? There's no way. And then I came back, of course, you're all over 300 pounds. He says, well, you must have been doing something right. And he brought in some minerals, he said, because the one thing that these pigs are missing is a lot of minerals.
Right,
So,
give them the salt leg.
yeah, give them the salts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he says, you're not giving enough minerals.
Yeah.
But other than that, he says, you're looking pretty good. When are you going to eat them?
Wow, hey.
Yeah, and I said, and then somebody from the hog industry phoned the people at Quality and said I was raising pigs commercially on slop. So he came out there and he looked. He started laughing.
Yeah, no chance.
Because the kids just sat there and painted a little place at home with the 3 little pigs, stuff like that. And he says, I was led to believe something very different was going on here. Where are the pigs? I says, they're already in the freezer.
And they're all named,
yeah. I said, they're already in the freezer. He says, the kids just don't know yet that all that sausage is there.
Yeah, it's,
But, you know,
it's pork, not pigs, kids. Yeah.
I mean, no, I mean, the waste that's inherent in the system is just horrendous. I mean, I was at the local grocery store here a couple of years ago. Now you're starting to see a lot more naturally imperfect stuff coming out, which is great. They're trying less to waste. But there was this box of delicious apples that the store owner had. He says, Bruce, here, take it to your pigs. And I'm going, they're delicious apples, and I'm going,
Too good for the pigs.
this is a brand new box, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't sell them. This is why. They're misshaped. The delicious apple should have 4 bumps on the thing. And I'm going, no wonder everything costs us so much. You're
They're
throwing everything
so much
away.
out.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy too when you have big box stores, even smaller grocers who, instead of selling it at a discount, would rather throw it in the garbage than set the precedent, or even make it into a juice or a compress or something, right? But you know, I think we're seeing some of that. It's a really good example here in the market at the juice bar, actually, because they use all reclaimed fruit and stuff like that.
Great.
So,
We'll have to stop to it.
Nice to see some people trying to make that change.
Well, great. That's good. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah.
Have a
They'll
great
probably
day.
be back when doing the shopping because now Sarah has my card.
Awesome. Well, good luck.
You too. Take care.
Tell yourself it's raining. The clouds are in your head. You tell yourself it's better to jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. God, do you see the sunlight? There's flowers in your hands.
No, it's just kind of.
Hold on, somebody loves you. You know trouble's always gonna be there. Don't let it bring you to your knees now. Mondays aren't always bright. Some days you lose the fight. But life can be beautiful if you let it be. Tomorrow keeps taunting you with all kinds of mystery. It's a blank page for your poetry if you let it be. So don't tell yourself it's raining. The clouds are in your head. You tell yourself
Like, Dad wanted to do video, and also I'm just like, you know what, we're going to Calgary. You have to reach out to like Matthew and Mike.
You get a hold of Mike.
No, I just
It's pretty elusive.
do you see
Well, he wants to take me out the glider for the videotaping, right?
I'll believe it when I get sit down. He's offered me 3 times. I drove down to the hangar, and he was on some drinks, so we didn't go with that day. And he was like, "Oh, next time we'll go again." So I'll believe it when I'm sitting in the glider. I think that'd be pretty cool though, to go up the glider.
Well, she said, "Would you Because he asked, "Would you videotape a glider ride?" Because sure, I'd love to, right?
Yeah,
you know?
awesome.
Yeah.
I just told Dad, like, go to Calgary, we have to tell them we're coming.
Yeah.
Because literally, we don't make it down here enough, honestly.
Well, Mike is hard to get a hold of. I've messaged him a couple times. Usually all I get is the Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday.
1,000 useless moving parts. Look out, do you see sunlight?
Thank you.
Look out, there's flowers in your hair. Hold on, somebody loves you.
It'd be cool if your whole family came during the summer because, yeah, the beach, amazing in the summer.
My family. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, everyone's back. It's so busy. It's so much fun. Like, the beach is good, and there's actually a really big kids aqua splash thing on the lake during the summer.
Thank you. I'll show you an awesome beach.
Oh, he's gonna go to Lake Huron here. I'll bet you any money. Oh, okay.
It's going to be Europe or
Yeah.
some. Maybe it's some.
Look at this.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to go back on vacation.
Okay, fine. Sylvan does not look like that, but
Oh, Greece is awesome. I can't recommend Greece enough.
yeah, Jerry's been.
Nathan's been to Greece. Jerry's been to Greece.
You like it?
Oh, they loved it.
Yeah, they went with the school because the school used to do Europe trips. They do again,
Yeah.
but like they stopped.
Karen
when
went after 9/11. They stopped. Yeah.
Which grade did they go to Europe?
10, 11, and 12.
11 and 12.
All 3 years.
All 3 years. Yeah. Jerry went to Italy with Mom.
And then he went to Turkey
He
and almost got kidnapped.
He did the follow Paul, basically like Greece, Italy, Turkey, right?
Nathan did Spain,
Nathan did Spain,
Spain looks pretty sweet.
and Nathan did Italy and Greece.
Italy, and
I was
Greece.
gonna go to Italy because we just did Rome when we were there last. So I was gonna do Dolomites and then go down the Amalfi Coast and then check out Venice. But my mom and sister said they want to go check out Greece, so I'm like, well, I'll go back to Greece. It's awesome.
Well, both Nathan and Jerry had a really good time in Greece, but they spent the most of their childhood playing Age of Empires and learning about all of those ancient civilizations.
right?
So yeah, so they knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
I know when they arrived at London and they had a little bit of a layover, so they went down. They were in Trafalgar Square, and of course their teacher, Mr. Hassenstein, said, "Who's at the top of that pillar?" Nathan was the only one who knew it was Nelson, right? Yeah, I mean, so he said it's always good, as he said, because of course Nathan with his autism, right? This became a really issue from some of the other parents that were going to be there. Mr. Hassenstein's going, "I'll take him anywhere," right? And then our pharmacist Randy Carey said, "You know, I was a little bit worried myself, and then I realized
He's got it.
he's the reason why people think he's so strange is he's farther ahead than any of these people. He's got this really sophisticated, dry sense of humor, right? That they don't even understand yet because they're not there."
And Mom did Italy with Jerry because they were going to do Vatican City and the Vatican. And when they got there, they were immediately rushed out because there was emergency in the Vatican. So Mom said it was so disappointing
It's a
because
bust.
that
Yeah.
was what she wanted.
But yeah, but
from
the
that
day
trip.
Nathan went, the tour. I mean, so the Pope walked out and said, "I want to welcome the students from Castor, Alberta," right during his audience, right?
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
So Mom was hoping for the same thing when Jerry went, but no. But she did buy like a rosary and she bought like a couple of things because she was still able to go to like the market part of the Vatican. They were just rushed out like the main part, which they were going to be allowed into.
Yeah.
And but that's why she went on that one specifically and not one of the others because it's cheaper to go with the school. It was way cheaper to go to Europe with the school. It was like maybe $1,000.
More than that.
A bit better than that, but not that much
Not that much. I mean,
because it was 3,300, and it depended how many students wanted to go.
It was
And does that cover
3,300.
Their flight and their accommodations.
Accommodation,
it
food,
covered
everything. Yeah.
It covered absolutely everything.
Meals, accommodation,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
All the bus
I don't think your
transportation.
school does that.
Where are you going to school?
Christ the King.
Oh, we have a school named like that in
Stetler's.
Stettler.
Stetler's
Christ
Christ
King
King.
Stettler School.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
I think for their field trip, they're going to the Science Center.
Yeah.
You're way better.
Well, Paige did go to Europe, but she went to like Belize. They did some South
Yeah.
American and like trips and stuff like when we were in school. And then the one year it was going to be Italy, but then there was something happening in Italy, so they changed it to Quebec and the
That's
States.
a bad trade.
And I'm just like, what? Like,
I would not be happy with
quite
that
a few
trade.
people were disappointed
Oh, heck
because they
yeah.
were like, and then the final year, the one year, they decided, oh, we're not going to do it, but we're going to do a project where we help build homes in this
That's still pretty
location.
cool.
So it was pretty cool, but then students had to raise the money themselves
Materials or
for materials and for cost of room and stuff, because it was a whole donation project where you donated your time and your effort as well. Like lodging was paid for, but for tickets and stuff, students had to fundraise and prove that they were actually into it to go to help instead of like, you know, going to just go to this location.
cool.
So I think it was like, was it the Dominican Republic or Haiti that they did that with the school? Haiti, yeah.
Haiti's messed up right now. I wouldn't go there.
There wasn't then, right?
That was a couple
that was
years
just
ago.
after the big hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they were rebuilding, and so my friend took part in that, and it did have a technical name to it, and that was done by Mr. Faber. Mr. Faber ran that one.
I think that was part of the Habitat for Humanity project down there.
I think so, yeah. But the school called it something different too.
Because when,
as the school
well, yeah,
opened.
but when the school was down there, Jimmy Carter was down there as well.
Yeah,
started
no.
to
So
rebuild the
like
settlement.
my best friend took part in that. Jessica James took part in that. Quite a few others took part in that. Like, yeah, it was a really big thing and pretty fun for all involved. I think.
Yeah, awesome.
I didn't do any of the school trips.
No?
So what grade are you in now?
7. It was just.
Rolling right along.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've been to Quebec before. I was thinking of doing that one Europe trip, but then they changed it to Quebec, and I'm like, I've been there. I've done there.
My mom, when we lived in Calgary, my mom taught at Boness, right?
Okay.
It had the same rough and ready reputation then as it does now.
You can find trouble anywhere if you're looking for it.
Oh, geez, I don't ask me. I know all about finding trouble. True, it is true. Ask him. There's trouble afoot, I'll usually find it somewhere.
So what's Reese up to today?
Just working. Just gotta hustle. We gotta make that money for Europe.
How long are you guys going to stay down for?
Month. We're gonna go flying to Frankfurt. We're gonna take a Frankfurt train to Munich, do the hike, go to Graz, see Tata Pepe, Eric, some relatives there, and then Philip's gonna get his union with Robbie, and I'm leaving for that. I think I'm gonna leave my sister and my mom for the union. And then I'll take the kids and Reese. We're gonna go to Greece.
I was hoping that Eric would go because Monica is after him to come down in Red Seal, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, come Red Seal, come Red Seal, come now, right? And Eric, of course, because Carter's still not well. Yeah, he's hesitating, but Eric, just go, right?
Go, yeah, definitely.
Get your Red Seal, come back a millionaire chef, right? Yeah.
Does he have his Red Seal already, or is he?
No, he's not finished his Red Seal hours. That's why Monica's after him. Says, you come down, you Red Seal with
That'd be
me.
the place to go.
Yeah, well, he Red Seals an international European cuisine, right?
I mean, he does have his chef. He has his culinary license.
He's a culinary license, but he doesn't
Does he
have the
speak
Red Seal.
German at all, or?
No,
No, that's Sarah, Mom, and
Nathan.
Nathan.
I
Nathan
talked
speaks.
to Haley, and she just got her Austrian citizenship.
Yeah.
So I called the embassy here in Calgary, and I'll be working on that now.
Well, that's Karen's doing that too. She was waiting for the copies of the paperwork to come so that she get hers done, because I know your mom did and Haley did. The paperwork's being passed around pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know Karen's going to go next, and of course these guys will follow in, roll in, because because they're Karen's. Like, I mean, I'll have to, because my parentage is third down, so I'll have to come in on a visa.
Are you going to stop by where Opa was from in Rula while you're in Germany?
My mom was going to, but she wanted to do it with Sonia. And Sonia's not coming anymore because something's wrong with Uncle Bill.
Yes, I heard about that. I really hope that it's not like I heard like chat in the group chat that it could be like ALS or something like that. I'm like, I hope not. I hope not.
No idea.
Like,
It's kind of hush-hush. All I heard that he was not well.
Yeah.
well, they don't know that much yet because they're still seeing doctors, and it's hard when you're still in the process seeing the specialist.
Yeah, so she was going to go to see where Oprah was from. And I'm like, all right, I'll meet you in Munich then. But, yeah, I told her she's going to go to Osnabrück, I think is where he's from.
Yeah, Rula.
Yeah.
So I told her to fly into
Rula,
Amsterdam.
yeah.
Because Amsterdam's like a 3-hour train
That
ride.
was what we were going to do. Like, Mom, Nathan, and I, we were going to fly into Amsterdam and then go through Rula to Morris. Like, because my mom also wants to see where her dad was from.
Yeah.
And we were going to make our way down there, and also flying into Amsterdam was cheaper than flying into...
Amsterdam's cheap one.
Like, it was really... it was, like, the cheapest one, so we looked it up and was like, great. And then, like I said, like, everything of Oma, and then Mom talked to me and talked to Nathan, and we're just like, okay, no, this is far more important then. This is, if we have to pay for one, this is far more important than, like, going to, like, Europe. And I feel so happy, though, for... like the wedding, and like it's so exciting that they're getting married, and
Who?
like, you know,
Robbie and Philip.
They're getting married, and like I'm just like they're going to see horse racing. Like I saw it on the itinerary. I'm just like, I translated that one from German like really easily. I'm like, they're going horse racing or going to see horse racing at the like for one of their wedding festivities. So I'm like, damn it, I want to go.
Are they gambling on that?
I know there's gambling on that, but I know horses quite well, and I think I could win. Like, I did horse 4-H growing up, and then I was part of the Hong College equestrian team in university and stuff when I was at Hong College on Prince Edward Island. And I'm like, I've ridden horses. I know what a good horse looks like. I know what a winner looks like. Oh, that's. But like, you know, like there's obvious traits you can look for when it comes to picking out which horse could win from a lineup.
Is that right?
Like, you know, the dullness of the coat is one to look for. Like, does their coat look shiny, sleek, and nice, or does it look like dull and just not well maintained or whatever? Also, age is something you can look for in a horse. They usually have their age listed. Are they a stallion? Are they a gelding? Or are they a mare? That can happen.
Hey, hi.
How you doing?
Not too bad. We'll let those guys travel a little bit ahead.
Yeah.
I'm Bruce.
Howdy.
My wife and I are working on a retirement project. We're doing, we're basically crisscrossing the country and looking at local producers, local markets,
Awesome.
and stuff like that.
Cool.
Something for us to do. My daughter, of course, is a reporter with Silver Lake News. That's the one that scampered off. That's my nephew who lives in Calgary. Haven't seen in a while. So,
Cool.
but
Awesome.
so do you have own the bison farm that this?
So I'm not the owner. It's Mike and Annette.
Okay, well, let's take a card. Yeah.
Yeah. And basically, we do game processing. We have our own cows as
Yeah.
well. I'm on camera there. Right? That's good. And we get our bison from Trochu, Alberta. And then we have elk as well that comes from Rocky View County.
Okay, right, yeah.
And-
I did actually the meat processing program at Olds College.
Oh, you did? Cool.
So,
I love that college.
yeah.
Just looking at maybe the brewing.
Yeah. Well, that was another one of my old things that I wanted to do as an old timer, is learn
yeah.
how to make sausages and cure
Yeah, yeah.
meats, right?
Cool.
But
So you're
yeah.
going to be doing like a YouTube channel or?
Well, we have a radio station that we've actually set up that's called Outlaw Video and Radio.
Okay.
And we broadcast on live365.com and in TuneIn Radio.
Yeah.
We also do some stuff on Facebook, and we also do TikTok.
Yeah.
And we do have a YouTube channel.
Cool.
Of course, they haven't caught for sale. Well, actually, the TikTok one isn't doing too bad.
Yeah.
But the idea was, and then we sat down and said, well, what are we going to do? And I think it's so very important now that people begin to realize that how important it is to shop local.
Yeah.
And that the money that's raised locally stays within the community. It does not go traveling worldwide.
Yeah.
And so Karen and I sat down and said, well, what are we going to do with our lives? So
Yeah.
that's what we did.
Cool.
But yeah, so.
Do you
Go ahead.
have like a pen and paper? Maybe you can write your info.
Sure.
Maybe I can see my face whenever it gets uploaded.
Oh. Here. Hang on to that.
Yeah, you bet.
You can help this woman out while
Yeah,
we're doing that.
sounds
Actually,
good.
we can just pedestal it out.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
My next stop, actually, believe it or not, is I'm taking off to Toronto to the St. Lawrence Market in the Kensington.
Nice.
Okay.
That's where I met my wife. I left Alberta in '86 when the oil prices went down. Nobody was working.
Yeah.
And so I said, I have to do something.
Yeah.
And so I moved to Toronto for 12 years. Came back in 1997 after I'd had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
But-
great. We need more exposure in Calgary because
Yeah.
I grew up in Vancouver myself,
Mhm.
and the markets here feel like they're like
Thank
10
you.
years behind. How you doing?
Well, Vancouver, you have the big Surrey Market and the Granville Island,
Yeah.
which is,
Then you got Vancouver Island, which is a whole other. Thank you. That's very cool. My dad's just started a venture trying to bring like healthy water, revitalize water through different technologies.
Okay. There. That's where you're going to find the radio station. We're classic rock and classic country.
Okay.
And the YouTube channel will be, you'd find it under Outlaw Video and Radio as well as Bruce and Karen. You can find us on Facebook, Bruce
Sure.
and Karen Baker.
Cool.
And that's where a lot of this will go as we build up the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be a good couple of year project going.
That's great. I hope
Keep
it
it
goes
busy.
well.
Okay, you take care now.
Yeah, you too. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Did you come from when like Molly was here?
Hello.
Any questions I can help you with?
Oh, I'm thinking about it. I usually I do most of my own meat. I went to the Olds College program. Yeah, so Brad McLeod already trained me.
Then you should know where Rosemary, Alberta is.
Yes, I know where Rosemary is too. Yeah. No, what we're doing is that now that my wife and I are retired, I'm just looking around for my nephew and my daughter. Is we're shooting somewhat of a documentary, a multi-part documentary on buying local, buying Canadian, buying all these other things. So it's really important right now that people realize what they're getting, the foods that they're buying, why they should be thinking about doing it. I mean, I talked to one person, well, so expensive, and I said, well, just a second. I said, that money stays right here, it goes back to the community. The more you buy locally, the less it's going to cost you. I said, most of the food that we eat is coming 3,000 and some odd kilometers from where it was actually produced. But
Versus this is just 2 hours away.
that's right, So I said, you're getting a far better quality product. I says, you're dealing with places. Go ahead, sir. By all means.
I don't want to interrupt you.
But I mean, okay.
Yeah, I do need just 2 bags of the chicken breast.
Sure.
Yeah.
Also, vendors as well.
Where are you working? I try to make it over to you guys, but you're so busy.
You just get our app, and then you can order it.
That's too bad.
I know no one wants another app, but it actually is.
Which one is yours?
Alright, so
Phil and Sebastian, the coffee place.
Oh, I'll pop by a little over. Like I say, I had to slow down and put the brakes on because everybody else disappeared around me, and now I can't find them.
Alright, you're good.
Actually, we came down from Castor, Alberta today. This is one of the first stops.
Nice.
After we sat down and we talked about how we're going to deal with our retirement.
Yeah.
And then Trump went on the warpath and says, now we know. Right?
Exactly.
I mean, this is a time when Canadians got to start thinking,
Extra hard.
yeah, extra hard.
All right, thank you.
Just make sure I'm going to make the freezer version.
Yeah, okay. We're cooking it today. Nice to meet you.
Take care. So who's going to tell me about Sprague's, your meat production and what have you?
I nominate you. No, you're working longer. I nominate the I don't want to be on camera. We need that.
She's already been on camera. She just hasn't realized it yet.
Yes, no, I've been very aware of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I took the program about, it was another thing that I really wanted to do. I wanted to learn how to make my own sauces, cure my own meats. So I was already getting into the 60s, and Brad said, I don't want you in the slaughtering area. He says, go and learn how to cure and do all these other things. And actually, I thrived at it, doing the specialty meats and what have you, right? There he is.
What did you want to know? You worked in the film biz. You got this.
Actually, my wife and I was just explaining to her, I'm a student of Brad McLeod's, right? But my wife and I, for our retirement, have decided that we're going to crisscross Canada and film in local markets and local production companies. And of course, we come from Castor, Alberta, so we're starting at home.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
And So we started today at the Calgary Farmers Market because it's certainly one of the biggest ones in Canada, and we had to come down and visit my nephew anyway. But I'd like you to talk a little bit about Sprague's and where you're sourcing from and why you felt that it was very important for you to get into the business.
Right. Fair enough. Well, I mean, so like in my case, I mean, I've done a bunch of different careers, but looking into getting into food production, I originally was a baker for a while, and then the opportunity came up to work for the Sprague's. The reason that I wound up applying for the job is because of how I looked up their webpage, and there were stories on their webpage all about how they Bonnie Sprague bought her husband Greg a couple of pigs way back in the day to as a gift, and they wound up going into raising pigs together. So come forward now 20 years, they've built up the business to where it is now.
Right.
And the idea behind it is when they originally had the pigs, they couldn't afford to keep up with like the big guys, build the big facilities, all the indoor.
Yeah, it looks like you're pasture raising
that kind of
anyway.
thing.
Yeah.
And so their pigs just roam the fields just like they naturally normally do. And then they realized, well, that's actually what people were looking for. That was actually the way.
Well,
of
as I was
things.
saying to my daughter Sarah, I said, that's what a pork chop should look like because it's color. It's got color. A pig that's been raised in a barn, the pork is almost white in color.
The
right?
idea that like they roam around and they actually exercise. I think that's the biggest thing. They exercise. They plant their own fields. The animals graze off their own fields. They harvest the rest for wintertime, supplement them over winter, but they always have full access to the outside.
Maybe you'd like to say something to the Canadian consumer about the difference in quality between something that's pasture raised in terms of something that's barn raised.
Well, I mean, just I don't know the ins and outs of it, but I do know that just the idea that when I first started working here, and I like the idea of how they were humanely raised out of the natural eating, their natural diet. They're not supplemented with things like corn and that kind of thing. Kind of more their natural diet. The idea that just having exercise and fresh air leads to better tasting work, more tenderness, because of course they are exercising. No different than us. We don't exercise and do what we should do. We're not healthy. Well, they do that, and they're healthy, happy pigs. And like what Bonnie likes to say, they only have one bad day in their life, and that's their last day.
The last day, yeah, exactly. Well, we really want to thank you. Do you have a card or something like that?
Absolutely.
And I'll bring that up.
This is for the market. This is the number right directly to the farm and all the website
All right.
information
Okay.
as well.
Do you think that they'd allow us a tour of the farm and the processing?
They actually do tours of the farm.
Okay, good.
They used to do regular tours all the time before.
Because I definitely want to cover some of that too, in terms of the local production and what have you.
Yeah, I mean they did regular tours all the time for the public before the pandemic and all that
Of course,
stuff.
yeah.
And I'm sure they're more than welcome to do tours again. So.
Great. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This is a reporter for Sylvan Lake News. So just a second here. I'm behind the time. I'm also just about running out of batteries. So while I'm waiting for her, what I'm doing and what my wife is doing is that we're traveling Alberta and Canada, touring farmers markets and other types of markets, looking for small Canadian independent producers that are growing their product here at home, and what they do, and how trying to explain to Canadians how important it is to buy products that are grown right here in Canada, and how the money that you spend on Canadian products and Canadian producers stays within the country that you're doing, right? So whereabouts in Sylvan Lake are you around?
So do you want to talk to the owner of the business?
Yeah.
It's better.
Oh, sure, we'll get his card, yeah. Okay, because I know Sarah.
You can call him and he'll
Yeah.
explain you everything.
Okay, yeah, because I'm sure that Sarah would probably want to do a story about it too.
Because yes, it's local product, so it's really good cheese.
Yeah.
So you can talk
And-
to him.
Oh, absolutely, I will. My Uncle Bill,
We're taking
Oh,
off.
there
See
they
you
are.
later.
Okay, this is my nephew. Okay, you guys, you take care.
See you guys.
This is my daughter. She's a reporter for Sylvan Lake. This is a Sylvan Lake based business.
Yes, I know they advertise with us. Sylvan Lake News.
Here, this is where you can phone and interview them. That we were at their store.
You can interview the owner. They're really nice guys. So it will be something good.
Awesome, thank you so much.
All right. Okay, shall we head the trail, Sarah?
Obey traffic laws, be alert, and use voice commands while driving.
Our
Please
car.
proceed to the highlighted route, and then the route guidance will start.
Yes, thank you. Thank God for GPS. Calgary has grown so much. I think we had a really good day here at the Calgary Farmers Market. We're on our way back to Castor now. We picked up a few things along the way.
Yeah, we got to see Matthew and his kids.
I got to talk to several of the businesses there. I want to spend some time. We've got some business cards picked up.
We got some delicious food.
Yeah.
We got some... We just had a great day in general. I kept on getting my cousin's name wrong. My cousin Philip. My cousin Philip, who's marrying his fiance Robbie in Austria in September. I do know who they are, and I do remember them. I just was having a huge brain fog moment. Mind gap. We all have those moments sometimes, let's be honest.
Unfortunately, it's inherited. You're a member of our family.
Oh, it's mean to say that.
Well.
But anyway. Basically, though, we had a great time, and the best part was getting to see family. For me, at the farmers market, I enjoy farmers markets very much, but getting to see Matthew and the kids, especially since like we don't get to go out to Calgary that much, that was the best part. Mm-hmm. Because like, yeah, kids grow super fast, and it was awesome to see them because it's been so long, and the last time I saw them they were just so small, and now they're getting quite a bit bigger. I mean, the fact that Emily's in grade 7 and Maddox is the same age as Penelope, so he's in grade 2 as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, everybody gets growing up so fast. But I think, this was a good kickoff to the Grow Local, Buy Local, Produce Local campaign that Karen and I and the rest of the family, and we, including Sarah with that, even though she works at Black Press, she's been diligently working a camera for me. We got some assistance from our nephew this morning.
Maddox did some of the filming today.
Maddox did some of the filming, and he was just absolutely tickled pink to do it.
Honestly, I think he enjoyed doing the filming more than I did. Anyways.
But we're on our way back home to Castor.
We are on our way back home to Castor, so we're signing off here in Calgary at the Calgary West Farmers Market, which is one of the newer ones here in the city. Definitely recommend giving it a check out. There was a lot of different businesses in there selling everything from clothing to fresh produce.
And meats and
there's all of that. There was everything there.
Every type of food imaginable. Right?
Super good. And it's definitely a market I wouldn't mind going back to. So, signing off. Goodbye.